C.W. Wade, they respond to him like there's nothing to it. I can't get these documents. He gets them overnight.
Hi, this is C.W. Wade, host of SandyHookFacts.com, and today we are going to talk about what Alex Jones is calling the smoking gun evidence of cover-up at Sandy Hook. Since this is actually one of the items hoaxers most rely on for their, quote, evidence, we need to do a comprehensive debunking. Obviously, this has been debunked since I first debunked it in 2014. It continues to hang out there. Let's listen to what Alex Jones has to say about what he's calling his smoking gun of evidence.
But the biggest piece of evidence, the smoking gun, if you would, of a cover-up, of whatever really happened, is the Wayback Machine, the Internet Archive. We see Sandy Hook's Newtown website, K through 12, having zero traffic, 2008, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then all of a sudden, it just explodes. It's impossible to have zero traffic to a K through 12 entire school system. And the word is that school system was shut down for those years. That's what the records show. But they tell us it was open.
I want to make a personal appeal to Alex Jones, who says he's going to start looking into Sandy Hook. And that is to simply ask him to do the right thing and look at it fairly and with due diligence. Alex Jones, your video presents debunked bullcrap. It's been debunked for over 2 years, and you call it bombshell. And I'm going to prove in my video right now that the only way you could have presented that is using deceptive tactics. You had to intentionally cover up information. Alright, so I'm going to prove that right now. So I'm going to ask you to look at Sandy Hook, but do it fairly. These people, like Nelba Marquez Green, Erica Lafferty, and Lenny, that you're openly mocking right now, they're not faceless people. They're out there, and they're watching you, and they're all seeing you mock them and hurt them. And these are people that lost family members. These are people that lost children, and you're mocking them. That's evil. It's cruel. It's dark-hearted. It's wrong. It's definitely not Christian. All right? So I'm going to prove right now what you're saying and what you told people as part of your evidence is false. And not only that, the only way you could have done it was to intentionally present the false information, and then you tagged it with labels and made little smug faces. Made me want to smack your face looking at that. That's not right. So look at Sandy Hook. It's fine. Quite a study. It's been quite a journey looking at it, but do it fairly. Stop lying, Alex Jones. I know Jim Fetzer isn't going to stop lying about this, but you need to stop lying. Especially if you're going to talk about other news organizations and their deception. Here's your deception, Alex Jones. So let's get to it. The Wayback Machine review of Sandy Hook's website is in fact the only, quote, evidence hoaxers have that the school was not in operation. So we're about ready to debunk that. Their evidence, what they're calling their big evidence. The Wayback Machine evidence, quote, actually has no basis in fact. And I first debunked this back in June 2014, right after Jim Fetzer published an article where he intentionally misrepresented the Wayback Machine, telling his followers that the Wayback Machine measures internet activity usage at the school. Fetzer's lie was that the Wayback Machine is showing internet usage, like people using the Wi-Fi there and such, or internet use there. So obviously that is false. That is not what Wayback Machine does. All right, so let's listen to Fetzer explain his premise here.
Shows a further confirmation the school was not in use, namely, using the Wayback Machine, one diligent student has gone back and discovered an absence of internet activity at Sandy Hook. That's the top. Notice from 2008 right up to around 2013, no activity. And yet when he went to other schools using the same method, the same technique, he found activity at those other schools. This is further confirmation that the school was simply not in use.
Right.
Okay, so Fetzer is meme generating for his followers. He is a known deception artist. All right, that's what he does, and that's what you need to not do. If you don't want to be called fake news, Alex Jones, then you need to stop deceiving people, all right? Because that is not what the Wayback Machine does. Wayback Machine's own FAQ bears this out. What the Wayback Machine does is send out web crawlers and captures websites and stores them on their server. So it's a archive. It doesn't show web activity, as you lied, Alex Jones, and it doesn't show internet usage. All right, so both Fetzer and Alex Jones are intentionally lying about the actual purpose of the Wayback Machine. If you wanted to look at Sandy Hook School on the Internet Archive, what would you do? What's the natural thing you would do? Well, you would naturally go to the existing Newtown School District website. You would need to get the link, or you punch it in Google, but you could get it right from the Newtown District website. Click on Sandy Hook School, and that would take you to where you could get the correct link for the school and put that in Wayback Machine and look at it. So Alex Jones does not do that, all right? So Alex Jones pulls up the web archive for the old Sandy Hook School website from 2000, 2001, from the late 2000s, all right? So he had to intentionally go and seek out that link. He got it from probably Fetzer's article, but he didn't do his own research. He didn't get the link from Newtown, all right? He doesn't even show it. He doesn't go to look right now to see what it looks like, to see if he's telling the truth, all right? So that's Alex Jones' deception, and that's proof he is intentionally looking at the wrong website. So let's set aside deceptive narratives and actually pull up the Sandy Hook School referenced by Alex Jones, his old link, in the Wayback Machine and see what we can learn. We'll actually pull up the website and do some research here. You can see it covers 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003, all the way up to 2008. Then it is blank from 2008 to 2012, and then it picks back up after the shooting, and especially after 2014 when Fetzer published his article. So the archive crawling this site corresponds with the years the school used the old websites and with the hoaxers checking that particular website after Fetzer's article. So you can check the Sandy Hook School webpage in 2000, and you can check them all the way up to the summer of 2006, and you can look at those websites and see what the school website looked like. So while the Wayback Machine was crawling the website in 2007, there was actually nothing on the server to crawl, and the Wayback Machine bears that out. You can see it's crawling, but there's nothing actually to archive. There's nothing there. Beginning late 2006, Newtown changed the URLs for their schools for the first time. So for 2000 to 2006, we have an archive, and this is the one Jones and Fetzer used, and it's there. Then after 2007, Sandy Hook changed their website to a new URL, and it's the one that Fetzer and Jones hid from their viewers, and it's this one. You can verify this by going to the Newtown District website that's archived in 2007, and you can verify the link to the Sandy Hook School website, and you can browse the websites to 2008. Should also note that from 2008 to 2010, none of the Newtown District schools were archived at all. Not Newtown High School, not Holly, not Reed, so obviously these schools are not closed. The whole town didn't close up for 2 years, right? I mean, if you followed Fetzer and Jones's deception, then that would show that Newtown High School closed for those 2 years. Is that what you're saying? Obviously, that's not true. Obviously, what really happened is the Newtown District IT department disallowed Wayback spidering, and we'll get into that in a minute. You can disallow a Wayback Machine from doing that, and it's probably based on privacy that they made the policy change to do that. And they did it for all the schools and the district website itself. In late 2011, Newtown switched all of its schools to schooldesk.net. Right? That's a third-party vendor that serves many school districts across the country, and they switched to that. So the spidering picks back up in 2011 when Newtown School District changed all of their schools to schooldesk.net. All right. The first archiving of Sandy Hook School's new website was July 24th, 2011. This information is supported if you actually look at the parent newsletter for that period, the July 2011 edition referencing the Sandy Hook School website that we just talked about, and in the August 2011 edition of the parents' newsletter. Principal Don Hochsprung writes a letter welcoming parents. The newsletter references the new website at the top of the newsletter, and Don Hochsprung writes, "Also, please visit our new website," it gives the schooldesk.net, "for both school and district calendars of events, as well as individual teacher sites for classroom updates." So in the newsletter, Principal Hochsprung, whose death Alex Jones mocks right to the daughter's face, is writing a letter to her parents, telling her parents to visit the new website, and Alex Jones doesn't even look at that website. Are you starting to understand the deception and lies pushed by Alex Jones and Jim Fetzer here? Alex Jones, you do this stuff and you complain they put you on a fake news website list? You're pushing the wrong link for Newtown School District and you're calling it smoking gun evidence? And that's why you get put where you should be, on fake news websites. It's like The Onion or something. Alright? Your smoking gun evidence is the wrong leak. It's a double down deception. First you lie about what the Wayback Machine actually does, and then you use the wrong link to the school. So you have a double down lie as your smoking gun of evidence. Fetzer is a professor. He can't claim ignorance that, oh, I accidentally looked at the wrong link from 2005. Jones has been researching for 20 years. He can't say, oh, I'm sorry, I grabbed a 2005 link instead of going to the website and getting the correct link. You guys don't get to do that. You don't get to pretend you're stupid like Robin and Tony. All right, you have to do due diligence. All right, and so we can prove you're lying by the fact you either know or reasonably should know if you're going to put out information like you do. All right, if you don't want to be on fake news websites, because that's where you belong, Alex Jones. Let's talk about the crawling. For about 2 years, from 2008 to late 2010, Newtown disallowed any crawling or archiving of the entire district. All right, any website can disallow archiving by Wayback Machine, and their FAQ will tell you how to do this, and you do so by modifying a file on your server called robot.txt. It's a text file stored on your website. While I touched on this fact in my 2014 debunk, Chrysler's Actors Guild has a blog post, and I'll put a link in the description box, that has covered this quite well. So I will reference you to that blog for more detailed discussion, for a due diligence investigation of how to disallow these things. As you can see, none of the schools are archived, as we've talked about. Not Newtown High School or any other school. So the whole district is blank. All right. Picks up in 2010. We've talked about it. Let's continue after 2011. Let's talk about that for a minute. We can go to the district website in 2011, click the link for Sandy Hook School, photo of the school on the site. The new URL is then confirmed by linking from the archive of the Newtown Board of Education website. All right, very simple research. Any of you guys can verify what I'm saying. What you can't do is debunk it.
But the biggest piece of evidence, the smoking gun, if you would, of a cover-up, of whatever really happened, is the Wayback Machine, the Internet Archive.
So inasmuch as Jones and Fetzer like to claim that this is their #1 proof, this is what they push. Sandy Hook School was closed. This is their smoking gun proof. This is basically all they have, because we have tons of other evidence. Newsletters, PTA meetings, board districts, budgets, pictures, videos. We have all of that, proving it's open. The only thing they have is this Wayback Machine. For the Wayback Machine, they are using the wrong link. So if we play by Fetzer and Jones's rules and we look at the correct link on the Wayback Archive and you find the school active, guess what? That's smoking gun evidence that Sandy Hook School was open. You don't get it both ways, hoaxers. If it's proof it's closed and we just say, hey, well, let's put in the right link and the school website pops up, that's smoking gun proof. So after 2010, the school is running per the Wayback Machine itself. Now this is 100% proof of deceptive tactics. This is 100% proof of why Jones should be on a fake news website. because he's pushing Jim Fetzer lies. If you're going to push Jim Fetzer lies, you don't belong being called news. All right? You don't get to present yourself at news. So, Alex Jones, I ask that you change yourself. And you change yourself and you change your tactics in regards to Sandy Hook. Because you're hurting people. You're hurting them bad. And you're lying to do it. And it's not right. So, there you go, Alex Jones. You are debunked. Your smoking gun evidence is crap. That'll do it for this episode. You can visit my website at www.sandyhookfacts.com. That is where you will find real research on Sandy Hook. That's where you'll find debunking. That's where you'll find real evidence about the shooting. I've done numerous FOIA requests, and that's where I prove over and over that Alex Jones is a hoaxer and a liar. Lied about many things, lied about the death certificates, etc. So, that'll do it for this one, and we'll see you on the next one.